So I guess I can do this right now. I'm currently sitting outside my friend's house, waiting on her to pull up, whatever. So I've been this morning. I woke up before work and I watched this great movie called How to Be Single, which is funny because the reason why I chose it is because I thought I was gonna show you like ways how to be single and how females deal with being single. Honestly, it turned out to be something totally different than what I expected. Um, First of all, I want to say thank you for tuning in. This is your girl, Londa A. I skipped all of that just to go straight into that because the movie was great. Basically, it talked about these three women. One of the women, she was breaking up, taking a break from her college boyfriend or whatever. So she took a break from her college boyfriend and she ended up moving to New York from her hometown to go work at a law office. And so she moves there and she meets this great outgoing single woman who's just into partying, enjoying her life. And so she becomes friends with her, and the girl basically convinces her to enjoy her life. Like, stop worrying about her boyfriend that she left back at her home. Anyway, so within the midst of that, she ends up sleeping with this guy who was like a total player or whatever. And, or I forgot, yes, it has to do with the guy too, the player. So she ends up sleeping with this guy who's a total player. She sleeps with him, and after they're done, he's like, basically, this is a part of the game. Like, there's no reason for you. He's just like telling her, like, there's no reason for you to like try to get any breakfast, any food, because this is how far it's gonna go, and I'm just telling you this. And she's like, well, why are you telling me all of this or whatever? And he's like, because it's a part of the game, and also because I think you're special. Anyway, she's like, oh, that's how you get them, by saying you're special. Basically, so she ends up leaving his place after she just have sex with him, knowing that this is not the type of female she is. She's not a type of girl to just hook up like that. She's a relationship type girl. And after she leaves his place, she's like so like messed up. She misses her boyfriend. And so she schedules a little breakfast for them to meet up. And once he meet her out for breakfast, he basically tells her that he moved on with his life and that he didn't need a break to basically understand or realize how much he loves her, and that he moved on with his life and that he has a girlfriend. So she's all heartbroken and this, that, and the third. So the second woman, she's a nurse, a doctor. She's tired of dating men. She's tired of messing around, blah, blah, bliss, blah, blah, that. She gives up on wanting to create a family, but somehow one day she falls in love with one of her patient's kids, who's a baby. And so she decides that she wants to go to some type of fertility thing and gets impregnated. So she gets pregnant and she meets this guy who's just like so full of life, okay with just being a receptionist. He's so into wanting to have a family, so into just being a boyfriend. And she's like pushing him away because she's like, no, this is not going to be right. All you're going to do is just like fade away. Basically, we're going to enjoy the moment, but it's going to eventually fade away. And so like she pushes him away, and he's just like, I really want us to be there regardless of the fact that you are pregnant by somebody else, this, that, and the third. So the guy, the player, there's this girl who comes to his bar every day to use his Wi-Fi just to get on this dating site, to find a guy or whatever. And so he's just like telling her, like, you don't have to do all that. It's like 4 million or however many people live in New York. And for her to have to go on a dating site is ridiculous or whatever. And she's like, well, this is what I want. I want something that's real. I want somebody to accept me for who I am, this, that, and the third or whatever, because I'm ready for a relationship. Anyway, that continues to go on and continues to go on. And he starts to develop some type of feelings towards her because out of all the females that he have dated, like, she was the only one who never really, like, looked at him like that to even want to pursue him, and it kind of made him want her. Now, the girl who's looking for love ends up finding one guy off the dating website. So she starts dating him, and one day he gets ready to leave out of town, and she packs up this lunch for him, and also like a little photo album of them. And he's like really like freaked out. He's like, I just feel like you're moving too fast. I don't really want this. And she's like pissed because, what was the purpose of them talking if he wasn't trying to pursue a relationship? Anyway, that breaks her heart, but she ends up finding this guy who was completely okay with who she is, all her imperfectness, and he ends up getting engaged to her. Now, the girl who is a partier, she's living life. She's just stuck in her ways. She doesn't care about being in a relationship. She's enjoying herself. And so the other girl who boyfriend broke up with her, she starts dating this other guy who has a little girl. His little girl mom passed away, and basically he pushes her away because he misses his wife and he's afraid of her being there and leaving. So that relationship didn't work or whatever. Moral of the story is the girl who, the pregnant lady ended up being with the guy, opening up her heart and being okay to take chances at love again. The guy who wanted the girl, the player, he basically sees that, he is ready for something real now. Okay, so the girl whose boyfriend broke up with her friend, the party girl, basically tells her, like, she needs to be okay with being by herself. Every time a guy looks at her, she falls in their dick sand. Which is so funny. Instead of quicksand, she say dick sand, because all her friend does is as soon as a guy approaches her, she's all into them and she loses herself. She sucks up into their life and what they want, that she's not really going after what she wants, because she wants love so bad that she gets all sucked up in what they have going on. And so, moral of the story is, I feel like I'm the girl who falls off into the dick sand because I'm so into love, and I want love so much that sometimes I find myself falling into the dick sand. Like, even though I know I don't want to date a guy who's, like, nowadays we have a lot of guys out here who does drink the lean, sip lean, smoke weed every 5 minutes or whatever. And, or these, not saying they're bad people, but I know that's not the type of person I see in my life for the long run. But anyway, I would still fall into it thinking that, hey, this is love. Maybe I could possibly change them, knowing that this is not where I want to be from the get-go, So I feel like I'm that girl sometimes. Well, I know in the past I've made some crazy decisions where I feel like, I fell off in the dick sand and I get so sucked up and absorbed into other people's relationships that I forget to focus on myself. And I just want you guys to understand that this situation that I'm going through right now is like really hard on me, because I just came out of a long relationship, 7-year relationships with my son's father, and I really, really, really loved him. It's just that it didn't work. I don't know what really happened. It's confusing. I'm still confused to this day, but I wanted to let you guys know that I love you, and to always have hope and always have faith and stop falling into dick sands. Love you, love you. Mwah.